Hello everyone, Drake Robinson here. I just had a very interesting encounter at the grocery store today. Uh, I actually ran into a former classmate of mine. It's been a while since I've been out of school. And this interesting encounter, well, I run into some people here and there, it's never really a big, I could care less about them, especially the privileged ones. But this one in particular stood out because this one brought back some memories. So I'll give you a quick rundown. Okay, so I'm in the grocery store. I have my shopping cart. I'm cruising down the aisle, and then this guy, he comes up, taps me on the shoulder and is like, "Hey, did you go to such and such high school?" And I say, "Yeah." And he said, "When you graduate?" I said, "A few years ago." And he says, "Oh, my name's Trent. I remember I used to go," and I try to block out my high school years, and my high school years are the most tragic years. Of my existence, because it was not pleasurable in any way, shape, or form. It was not, it was not no instant gratification. I'll just put that there. But anyway, this guy Trent, who I went to high school with, he's like, "Well, I'm Trent. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to see you again, bud." He holds his fist out like this, like for me, a fist bump. And at first, I was like, okay, and cause I'm still trying to at that time period, because I went to block out my high school, I'm trying to remember this guy. And as soon as I was about to, pity him, like, okay, he probably thinks I'm someone I'm not. So give him a fist bump back, just to, end this thing so I can go on with my shopping. Um, uh, but then a little voice popped into my head, and it's something I did not realize what it was until it started to replay over and over and over again these two words: Weirdo Robinson. Yeah, that was my nickname in high school. Can you tell I had such a great high school experience? Um, Weirdo Robinson. Weirdo Robinson. Weirdo Robinson. Hey everyone, look. Weirdo Robinson just walked into the room. Weirdo Robinson, you'll never be anything in this life. Weirdo Robinson, you could be bought and sold. And I'm standing there in front of this guy who still has his fist out, kind of looking at me inquisitively. Um, I'm just staring blankly at him because it finally hit me who this guy was. This was Trent Martin. He was the most privileged dude I went to high school with. He's the one who started that nickname. That nickname. Weirdo Robinson. I remember him from math class and social studies, all the way to freaking oceanography. This guy I went to high school with used to be one of the biggest privileged heads on planet Earth. But he runs into me in a high school, at the grocery store, and he wants to bump fists with me like we're old buds. Yeah, and then all of that finally came crashing down on me at that moment. I'm like, oh my god, this is the guy. That's Trent. And then so I finally snap out of my gaze. I look at the guy who still kind of awkwardly has his fist out. And then I look at him and I say, you know what? I can't, I brought my niece with me in the store. I think she got lost, so I quickly turned my shopping cart around. I tried to run over his foot with the cart. I tried, as an excuse because I was looking for my niece, quote unquote. I tried so hard to do it, but he moved it out of the way at the last second. And then I just, quickly rolled my cart away. I didn't even finish shopping. I couldn't finish shopping. Just the memory, the memory of, Weirdo Robinson just kept playing over and over and over again in my brain, and I just, I just grabbed the little items I got. I went to the checkout line, and I just had to get out of that store with that guy as quick as possible, because the guy who tormented who was the reason for my, well, he's not the only reason. I had multiple other reasons for my sucky high school experience. But one of the big reasons why I had such a sucky experience in high school was standing literally 3 feet away from me, offering me a fist bump, like we were old buds. Like, what kind of sense does that make? Like, I mean, I know privileged people are very narrow-minded and very, not the sharpest knives in the drawer, but did this guy not know that he made my life hell in high school? Does he not realize that? Or is it like, did he have some, like, come to Jesus moment? By the end of our, both of our graduations? I have no idea. But I remember this is the same guy who all the girls used to throw themselves at. Of course, this is this guy. I mean, this guy had all the ingrained ones. That is, all the ingrained girls going after him in high school, and that was also very triggering. I remember at the time, so that memory also came back to me. But it was mainly the abhorrent behavior he used to throw my way all the time back when we were in high school, and now he wants to pretend like we're friends, like we're old acquaintances. Like, hey, I remember you. Hey, how you doing, bud? What's his exact words? This happened yesterday, by the way. And I was gonna make a video that day, but I needed some time to process it, because it's like, I haven't seen this guy since graduation, like some years ago. And I don't get it. He made my life hell. He's one of the reasons why well, he's one reason. Many other. One of the reasons I became black pill. One of the reasons why just why every. God, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. This is just so like hard to like all just comprehend. Like, what way does that make sense? That's like a wild lion, who at one point in time tried to chase and eat a zebra, but the zebra got away, and then a few years or months down the line, they run into each other, and they pretend like everything's fine and dandy, and they're just cohabitating in the same area. That's what that's like. I was that defenseless zebra who got away. He was the lion that was chasing me the entire 4 years of high school. Like, dude, like, really? I don't get that. Like, and there's no way I was gonna give him any acknowledgement whatsoever. I just couldn't. Like, as much as I would love to say I was the bigger person, sometimes you gotta stand your ground, and I'm all against privileged people, and he is the biggest privileged person I can honestly say I probably ever met, upon many others, but him, in high school at least, definitely. It's just like, I can't make sense of it. It's just very, very, just backwards. I say we live in a backwards world. That is the very definition of backwards. How you gonna treat me like I'm, old buddy of yours? like I'm one of your privileged buddies, and then but you made my entire high school experience like pretty much sucky and made me dread coming to school every day. Weirdo Robinson, you could be bought and sold, brother. You'll never be anything. Gee, and you wonder why and some folks wonder why I have such low self-esteem. I don't know, maybe if some privileged jackhole and his little flunkies in high school used to tell you that all the time, and you're a young, impressionable kid at the time. You're a freshman. These are sophomores and juniors. Like, how else are you gonna think? Like, it's just. I didn't want to make this video too long. I just had to get that off my chest because it was weighing on my mind. I could barely sleep last night. I don't know if you could tell or not, but it's just so backwards. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't, give him any of my attention. If I can't run into any of these people ever again in public, or it's just it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That's all I can say. Thank you guys for listening. I'm out.